Well, welcome along to Hong Kong Direct, your weekly instalment of everything Hong Kong racing related. And we've got an interesting show coming up for you here this week. We'll be chatting to one of the hottest properties as far as the jockey ranks go here in Hong Kong.
Valiant Elegance is a length in front. Fiery Diamonds half a length away. Lyle Hewitson has timed it perfectly. Take what you need. He's taken over now from Cigar Buddies, but take what you need for Lyle Hewitson's going to be too good. Golden Empire winds up Maldives from a mile back. Super 10 is going to see it out. Yes!
It's Exponential in front. Here's the Hewitson hat-trick and Exponential. Down they come, it's Lyle Hewitson again. Shut the gate, it's all over. Nicholson Returns is going to romp home. Nicholson Returns.
Well, I'm pleased to say that that man, Lyle Hewitson, is my special guest on this week's edition of Hong Kong Direct. Lyle, many thanks for taking the time to chat to us on today's show. And firstly, how are things? You must be really enjoying the purple patch that you're in at the moment.
Yes, Nick. Thanks for having the show. It's always a pleasure. Love chatting to you guys. And yeah, just to answer your question, I really am. It's even more rewarding just knowing that I had to work a lot harder and go through a lot more to get to the success. And like I said, it's very rewarding and I'm very happy.
And if we can just go back to the beginning, Lyle, slightly, obviously, from a young age. I mean, you're still a very young man, granted, but from a young age, you're a very prodigious talent, obviously, plenty of early success there in South Africa. How has that been a grounding for you coming to Hong Kong? I mean, for those that don't know, I mean, your success as an apprentice was quite something out of the ballpark.
Yes, I started unconventionally. I went through what is considered as the work riders ranks in South Africa and was riding in these amateur races while I was still in school doing my matric and whatnot, because my parents were adamant that I must finish schooling at Kersney. It was a great opportunity and they wanted me to get through that first before I looked to being a jockey. So you know, at the time I was very upset. All I wanted to do was get to the academy and start racing, but looking back at it was a great decision and I'm glad things went by that route. So had a lot of success. I was very fortunate. Like I said, starting the work riders, I was traveling, I was working hard and just sort of took that into my apprenticeship and just carried on working hard and going through all the opportunities. And I couldn't have guessed that I would have so much success so early. But always just knew that this game can bring you down, and I had a level head to keep pushing and keep bettering myself to achieve more and more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, 3 times champion in South Africa, obviously a champion apprentice a couple of times as well, breaking records in the process also. As we sort of fast forward the clock, Lyle, obviously Hong Kong has become somewhere where you obviously are trying to establish yourself. On your first stint here, obviously, they were the 3 winners. Did you think back then that, right, Hong Kong is where I want to be? This is the place I want to make my name?
It always has been, you know. I know every young jockey says they want to ride in Hong Kong, but I had that ambition set in stone from pretty early that I want to come and succeed over here in Hong Kong. And unfortunately, I had a big setback straight away, my first stint with that 2-week suspension that had been carried over from South Africa. And that certainly didn't help my chances. But you know what? It was just one of those things that I had to go through. Push through that season. I think it just meant that, you know, having that hard time made me mature and develop mentally, as well as be a bit more looking into my riding, looking into my PR skills. It made me more rounded because I had to work through a lot more. So although it was not successful in terms of riding winners first time round, I think in terms of my career, especially in the long term, it was an important stepping stone that I needed to get through.
Yeah, I read an article actually earlier on today saying that you were quoted as saying it helped you sort of grow up a lot as not just necessarily a rider but as a person. And I guess being here in Hong Kong, just the dynamic of racing here, like you've got to be able to have both qualities in equal measures, haven't you? I mean, you can be an excellent rider, but you've got to be that sort of PR man as well, haven't you?
Without a doubt, there's so many more aspects to consider, and with a smaller group of trainers, less horses, world-renowned jockeys all competing, it's a very volatile and very competitive environment. So yeah, in all ways, you really have to improve yourself. And I think every rider that has come to Hong Kong and left has said it's made them a better jockey in the whole. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things that makes you mature in every aspect of jockey's career.
Yeah, it certainly does. Obviously, it's a real melting pot here, isn't it? And it's sort of ultra competitive. As of this season, Lyle, obviously we know the recent successes. We saw at the start of that montage with Valiant Elegance, who's been a wonderful friend to you as far as horses go here. Since he won on the 5th of December, obviously we know there was that fall on International Day. 84 losing rides until you were able to win on this horse again. I want to ask, how does that affect you as a rider, sort of, you know, mentally, sort of going into meeting after meeting, knowing that you're building up that number? I guess just to finally get back in the winner's circle is a real sense of fulfillment.
It sure is. Relief is the wrong word, because you need to be happy for the winners you have. So I don't want to say I was just relieved to have the winner. But it certainly was the monkey off my back. And however, saying that, I wasn't going through every meeting saying that's another meeting down without a winner, it's another meeting down. I sort of was very optimistic and saying, well, I've got this to run well. I know that if I can get the chance again, I can do it even better. And I was sort of taking little things from each meeting, more from a positive sense, that when things do turn for me, I know that I've worked hard to get there, and I'm hoping that that's what we're seeing at the moment.
Absolutely, and I think in just over 100 rides since then, winning on Valiant Elegance on the 2nd of March, you've ridden 11 winners. So it's testament to what you have taken from that slightly barren spell. At the moment, I mean, where are you at the moment, Lyle, in regards to obviously sort of, you know, where you're at? Because just recently, things are going so great for you. And I imagine just going into each meeting, knowing that you've got nice rides, you've got the support, you know, you must be sort of really full of confidence and pleased, I suppose, for you and your followers and supporters that things are really now coming to fruition.
Yes, you know, like you said, just going into every meeting now, I look at it and I'm not happy to get a horse to improve, to run a place. You know, you truly believe that, you know, I can make a difference, I can get this horse to win. And I think that's such a huge factor, that maybe horses that are slightly overlooked, you getting to the races thinking I could win on this, and that sort of confidence, it just filters through, you know, into your riding. Horses can certainly feel that, and then the results just keep coming. So as long as we keep pushing forward and build on the momentum we've created, it's very important. And in terms of where I'm at the moment, obviously very happy because things have started to come together, but more importantly, you know, I've got a lot of people who have supported me, and that's from the trainers, owners, to my friends and family, and it's nice to sort of give them something to be proud about, and to me that's very important, is making those people proud.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one man you have made proud, just finally, Lyle, obviously Douglas White. I mean, you must have looked up to this guy as a young man, as a very young man, thinking, well, I'd like to be like him, and you and he have really teamed up for great success now this season.
Yes, well, it's been fantastic because Dougie, obviously he stuck by me through the quiet spell in terms of winners, and although we were getting good results and horses were running well, he just kept pushing. And obviously it is a difficult environment because owners want whoever's winning, and some horses I would have I didn't get the rides back, but where he could, I kept on, and I'm just glad that I can repay him for that now with a couple of winners. And just the work in the mornings and that, it's helping me because I'm just like a sponge. I'm asking a lot of questions, I'm watching and taking a lot of things in, and it's only going to benefit me, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, it certainly can. Lyle, look, it's great to chat to you as always. Obviously, we certainly have looked on at the success very fondly and have certainly appreciated that. And we appreciate your time, of course, and hopefully many more winners before the end of the season. Thanks for joining us here on the show.
Thanks, Nick. It's always a pleasure, as I said earlier, and just hope to continue riding winners and make everyone proud, as I mentioned earlier.
So 8 rides for Lyle Hewitson coming up this Saturday. Best of luck to him, of course. Let's take a look at the diary. Here's what's coming up. Sha Tin, of course, on Saturday. Happy Valley, back to the Valley on Wednesday. And we're at Sha Tin there on the 15th of May. That's just about all we've got time for on this week's show. As we leave you with a classic replay. It comes courtesy of Panfield, winner of last year's Standard Chartered Champion and Chater Cup. And he has an entry coming up in the Takarazuka Kinnan in Japan, possibly at the end of June. Many thanks for watching. Goodbye.
In Time Warp, looking to turn back time. He leads by 3/4, but he is being ridden along now. Exultant to his outside. Panfield 3 up. Glorious Dragon held up. Then Columbus County and Butterfield. It's the old champ. It's Exultant. He's found the lead. Panfield's half a length away. Columbus County 3 up. Then Glorious Dragon. He can't reach them. Panfield's gone by Exultant. Columbus County's on the outside. Panfield and Columbus County lifting Panfield. Columbus County can't get him. Still Panfield, a neck in front, and it's Panfield. Panfield won it. Beat Columbus County and Exultant third.